In this video, I'm going to share with you why I am using Fujifilm as a landscape photographer and why I don't want to change this system for any other brand. So I'm now in the Dolomites region and I am on my way up to a spot called Cinque Torri, which is a very well-known spot here in the region. And I wanted to go by car, but the road is extremely narrow, and since I'm with my motorhome, not car, that would be like very risky to go up there. So I decided to take the hike up from the bottom on the other side of the valley, where there is normally like a ski lift that goes up there, but of course it's very early, so it's not open. And yeah, so I really hope I'm gonna reach the top very soon, and I'm gonna go up there, I'm gonna set up myself, find a nice spot, and then I'm gonna share with you a little more about why I wanna keep Fujifilm as my main system and why I don't wanna change it for any other system. So we speak in a little bit and wish me good luck. So I'm finally there. I reached the top and look at this. Isn't this beautiful and like really astonishing? Oh my God. That's why it's all worth the effort that you make. When you climb up somewhere and you reach the top, then you get your reward. And trust me, that's really something like a feeling really, really enjoyable. Much more than just going up by car, walking a few meters and being there. Or at least that's my thing, but I guess I'm not the only one here. So yeah, really cool. And so now I found a spot which is really cool. So I'm gonna record quickly to show you what I mean. So hopefully I can show you clear enough. All right, so you must be able to see it somewhere here. Basically, I found like a path of stones that leads right to the Torres there, to the Torre, and so I'm using my XF 10 to 24 millimeters. And since I go with a leading path, then I'm going a little bit higher up. I don't really go very close to the ground to emphasize the stones, but rather emphasize the path itself. So I'm going a little bit higher up so that we can really see the perspective of the path going to the Torres. So if I show you, that's the path here, and it goes all the way to the towers. So yeah, really cool one. But that's actually not the only reason why I do this video, right? I do this video mostly because I think that the Fuji system is really amazing for landscape photography. This is definitely the system I would recommend. And the main reason why, it also explained by what I'm doing today, is it is lightweight. I mean, I do have my body, my XT3, which is like about 500 grams, the lens, which is also 500 grams. That's, I think both of them, they are like the kit of the wide angle plus my the body is less than a kilo. And this is like wonderful when you go on hikes and you really want to go like high up in the mountain. That's definitely one of the recommendations. And guys, I mean, I don't know if you can see very well, but I'm going to take some few shots because like now the sky is really lighting up. So I'm going to let you a few seconds and take some few shots. All right, speak to you in a bit. Talking about gear size, really, this is like really amazing. Look at this. So that's my XF 18 to 55, which is equivalent on full frame to 24 to 70 millimeters. And look at this, the size of it. Let me just show you. It's like super small. Of course, it zooms out like this, and it's just wonderful. It's an amazing lens. It weighs like, I think, 250 grams. That's not my most used lens, but this is definitely one that I like to carry with me because it's lightweight. In case I need it, it's really amazing. And the truth is that now it really helps me because now I realize that I forgot my my XF 55 to 200 millimeters, so I can't show it to you. I normally put it in a little pocket that I put on my waist so that I can switch the the lenses quickly, but yeah, in this case that was like very unfortunate, and I don't have it, but well, I guess I won't need it that much. I can see that over there as well. So there are like some pigs that are like getting a bit of colors here and there. So I guess I'm gonna use my XF55 to 18 to 55 to shoot them, and I'm gonna show you the results shortly. So speaking of it. Oh my god, I got so lucky. I just got the Sunstar in an amazing location. I mean, not the location that we usually see where we see like really all the tourists, but I put myself a little bit on the side, and that's a slightly different view from what I had before, a slightly different angle, but still really amazing. So I didn't record when I was doing it because I was not the only one on the spot, and then obviously that's I don't want to bother the people around me when I'm doing my videos, but still amazing. I'm gonna show you. I guess you can see it. I mean, now the sun is fairly strong, so basically you've got this view, and you've got a stone right in front, and I will show you the picture and I will comment on it right after, so that you guys know a little bit what I was doing. And yeah, really amazing stuff this morning. Like, so happy. But anyways. So yeah, as I said, Fuji is really my system, like really the system I'm going for when for landscape photography. And one more reason why I really think it's one of the best system, or maybe that doesn't make it the best system, this reason, but that makes it like a little more attractive, is that it doesn't cost a fortune. Like, let's be honest, like if you go to brands like Canon, Sony, Nikon, they all cost really a lot of money when you think about it. Like, just the body is can be like 3,000-4,000 euros. Then each lens costs about what, like something like, I don't know, 1,000, 2,000 euros, something like this, or dollars, whatever. It's more or less the same price. And yeah, that makes you think about it, really. And the beautiful thing about landscape photography is that you don't need that much depth of field, for example, because I know that for people who choose the full frame, it's usually the depth of field that comes into play. But when it comes to landscape photography, that's less of a concern, because of course you don't do if you do landscape photography, you don't do portraits and so on, so that doesn't you don't really need that much blur, you don't really need all this kind of stuff. And even if you use blur like in some of your landscape, like, I don't know, with flowers, with grass or whatever, then that's more than enough. Even on the APS-C, that's really not an issue. So I don't really see this as a major a drawback for me. So yeah, like really Fuji for landscape photography for me, and I'm repeating myself again, it's really one of the best systems on the market at the moment. So I'm going to continue shooting a little bit around, because there are still the light is still nice. I can see like some trees are highlighted, and I think I can play around a little bit, even have a little more sun stars if I place myself well. So I'm going to try this out, and yeah, let you know a little more a little bit later. Guys, in case you like my content, you like the recommendation I'm giving you, the tips I'm giving you, then feel free to subscribe by clicking on the subscribe button below, or here in the logo right in the corner of this video. That would be really amazing, and that's supporting me, and I really thank you for this. And in case you really like this video, then feel free to give me a thumbs up. That would be really amazing. That's rewarding for me for the video, and that's also pushing a little bit the YouTube algorithm and supporting me, of course, at the same time. So let's try to please everyone here. Thank you very much, and let's continue this video. So I'm shooting now the Sunstar, and I'm recording with my other camera here, and I guess you can almost see it here on my video, like the way it highlights the side of the Torre there. And just a small tip for you in case you really want to shoot some Sunstars. So I think the trick here is to use your aperture to close it at its maximum, so that for me it's f22, so that if I do this, then I get my basically your diaphragm like really like closes as much as it can, and then you've got only a little bit of light passing through, and because of this it will create like a very sharp like a Sunstar, and much more than if you're shooting like at f13, 14, 16 for example. And I'm doing this, and then when I'm doing my for the rest, because if you shoot at f22, then everything becomes kind of over sharp, and that's maybe not really what you want. So in this case, I then took another shot at f13, and then I stacked them up in Photoshop later on to get the best result. And I guess you can still see it here on the side, like what I'm shooting, because I think we can see it a little bit on the video I'm recording. And trust me, guys, it's really great. I mean, look at this place. It's just like incredible. Like look at this. No matter where you look, trying not to fall. Like, look at that. Just wonderful. Yeah. Really great moment, huh? That's it. The very soft light from the morning and the interesting light from the morning is almost gone. Of course, we are in fall, end of October, so there is still a little bit of of soft light, and it lasts a little bit longer, like maybe 2-3 hours in the morning, maybe 2 hours as well in the evening, which is really cool, because then you can really enjoy shooting like for a large part of the day. That's really cool. And yeah, and in this surrounding, kind of everything is cool now. And one more thing I wanted to add about the Fujifilm system, why for me I think it's something very good. These are the controls. I really like the controls. I mean, if I'm showing you now, like you look at the controls here, I have the ISO, here I have the speed, I can choose like various shooting modes. Here I have exposure compensation, I have a lot of buttons that I can program, and I don't really have to go into the menu to just like adjust everything. I have the tilt shift screen, 3 axes, and this is really cool. This is something I really enjoy. These are the reasons that makes me not to change to another system, because it's very handy. It's really fun to shoot. And talking about fun, like the other day I was shooting a couple with their own camera. They wanted a shot like in front of a nice location, and they asked me to take a picture of them. The guy gave me his Sony A7 R3, I guess, and when I tried it, it felt like, okay, it holds well in hand because it got a large grip, but I really feel like something was missing. Like I didn't have the fun of shooting them. It was like, it felt like a computer. And sometimes I like to refer like as Fuji as a camera, really fun to shoot, really enjoyable to shoot, while other cameras like companies like Sony or Nikon, I guess probably Canon too, they are not that fun. I mean, for sure, they are more like full and packed with technologies. At least that's the case for Sony. And it's nice, but you don't really have a lot of fun shooting this. So it really depends, I guess, what you're looking for as well in photography. And for me, taking my camera, shooting and having fun shooting the subject and what I'm doing, it's really important. I mean, I want to have fun doing what I'm doing, and Fujifilm gives me this. It's really important for me. Another thing that I think is important to mention is about astrophotography. So I'm doing a little bit of astrophotography, and I can clearly tell you that Fuji is a totally capable camera. And I'm going to show you a few pictures as I'm talking now, so that you can see that it's really nice. And you can see that as you go with this camera, you can really achieve good results. And of course, it's not a full frame, and it doesn't compare to something like maybe Nikon or Sony that have a very good reputation for night photography. But still, it's if it's not your main focus, then you have no point going to those big brands, and that also have like very very nice lenses, of course, but they're also like extremely pricey, and so that there is no. To me, there is no really direct reason. I was considering at some point buying a Nikon or a Sony for astrophotography, and I realized that actually if I go up on the mountain, I want to bring as well my Fuji, and if I have to bring my Fuji and another system because I will be overnight there, then that's going to be a bit of a drag for me. It's not something I really want to do, and therefore I'd rather stick with my Fuji and shoot all I can with it and maybe push it to its limits. And nowadays with Lightroom, where you can denoise and so on, that's like very easy to just handle this kind of cameras that are a little bit more noisier than others. And so maybe one day if I get like a lot more focus on astrophotography, then yeah, I might invest in another system. But for now, since it's not my main focus, there is no point, honestly. So yeah, that's I guess these are a lot of good and valid reasons why Fuji is one of the brands that you should consider. I'm not saying that maybe that's not the right one for you, but if you consider those arguments and if you think that they are valuable for you, then of course, then you can go for them. And I guess that's pretty much it for this video. I had a lot of fun shooting. I had a nice hike in the morning, well, during the night. And I'm going to take the same road now and going down. And with that, I hope my information was helpful. And I wish you good luck with your photography and see you next week for new adventures.